Hello, Steve89. Well, I just watched the trailers for Secret Invasion and Blue Beetle. Now, I have no idea what either of them are about. I know I've seen Nick Fury in the Avengers films and everything, but I really have no idea what's happening. And that's good in some ways because I just get to sit back and go, oh, wow, that looks cool. And there's no politics involved. There's no comic book drama of like, oh, he didn't use this weapon or he doesn't wear this costume or that costume should be this color. I can just watch it with absolutely no baggage and enjoy it in theory if it's good. And the same goes for Blue Beetle. I have no idea who he is, don't know anything about him. I recognize George Lopez in the trailer who plays his uncle. That's it. And I see some people praising it for diversity, which is good. But I can also see the usual suspects hating it for that exact same reason. Particularly if they talk it up but then again they would anyway. It doesn't matter how subtle you are, they will still find these things and drag them out for the pop culture wars. But yeah, it looked good. It's basically this guy is trying to get a job at some big corporation and some lady who knows there gives him this package and tells him to basically take it to safety for her. And it's got this little mechanical beetle, and the little mechanical beetle basically chomps on his face, and I don't know if it creates a suit around him or if it actually merges with him and he turns into this creature, if he's just wearing an exosuit. I'm unclear exactly what was happening. It looked like he was being changed, but it also just looked like he was being covered. So I have no idea. And that's good. Like I said, it's good because I have no idea if it's done the wrong way. I'm not going to know. It's like I know a lot about Star Trek and all the problems with Star Trek Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Picard. I mean, I couldn't escape any of those. And I know there's people out there who don't know Star Trek, who aren't Star Trek fans, who saw trailers for those or watched those shows and had no issues at all and thought they were great. I kind of envy those people a little bit. So I kind of am glad that I don't know much about the superhero universes, the DC universe, the Marvel universe, because I can just watch the films and they just don't bother me. If there's an issue, I'm not going to notice if they stray from something too, unless it's really far. But this looks good. I mean, it's got a bit of Shazam energy where this kid sort of, has these superpowers and I don't know what I'm doing. So there's a bit of that, and he's just sort of like, hey, look, I can do this, I can make a giant sword, and he's just sort of having fun with it. But then of course the baddies show up and they threaten his family, and his family actually seem to get in on the action as well. As some scenes with that. So it looks good. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. But I don't know, the DC world seems a bit of a mess, but I wasn't hugely into the Marvel universe. I felt the films were too big. I didn't understand why people loved them as much and flocked to them and why they were as big as they were. Because there are plenty of times I was watching them and I was just like, I just feel like I'm watching the same film over and over again with characters I don't care about, and I don't know why everyone is here and watching this, and why am I here watching this? Why have I seen all of them? I don't know. But the DC universe at least was a little bit more diverse, but it was very hit and miss. Marvel seemed to be fairly consistent, but kind of consistently vacuous, I kind of felt. But I don't know. It looks interesting. I like the kid. The actor seems fine. I do kind of like. I mean, I actually like the Marvel superheroes more. The sort of everyman who ends up with superhero powers, rather than the sort of DC godlike sort of characters. Although Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are my favourite characters, it's kind of weird. But this was apparently supposed to be a movie, then it was going to be for HBO. Now it's a movie again. So, I don't know, it looks interesting. Now, the Secret Invasion, I have no idea what that's about. I mean, I have no idea what Nick Cage is doing. He seems to be, I've got to deal with this myself. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it looks like the world's in danger. What's happening here? I don't know. No idea. It's for Disney. Probably, I haven't watched any of the Disney shows. I haven't watched The Mandalorian. I've seen scenes from every episode of the first season, but not the actual full episodes. I haven't seen any of the I watched WandaVision. That's it. I watched the whole season of WandaVision, but I didn't watch the Captain America one, the sequel where they had the black guy taking over. I didn't see the Loki series, And I don't know if I'm going to watch this either. It's like I'm so far behind now, it's just too hard to get back in. And I think a lot of, like, they're talking about the ratings are down on the shows and they're not doing really well. And I think it's because there's too much of them in a way. And it's just too much. It's too hard to get into them. So you've got to wade through all this stuff. And it's like, do I have to, like, I feel like I have to go back and watch 30 films before I watch some of these shows. Yeah, so I don't know. But it looks okay. I don't know if people are trashing it already or whatever. I think Robert Meyer Burnett was saying something about it, positive, but I have no idea. But either way, the trailers looked fun. I can see myself watching the Blue Beetle film. It looks good. The Nick Fury series is like, I feel like it's in the queue with the rest of the stuff that I'm behind in with Marvel and all that. So I don't know if I'll ever get to that. I still haven't even watched Shang-Chi. And I love Simu Liu. I can't say his name, but I love him. Yep, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I just wanted to give my absolutely ignorant, no knowledge of these shows review. Just someone I'm sure will laugh at my lack of knowing anything about the show. So hopefully you laughed at the fact I know nothing. But it's a good way to be, because when you know everything about these shows, it ruins it, because it's never going to be as good as you think it should be, and it's never going to be as good as the original canon and the history and all that stuff, because they can never condense all that stuff into one movie or a TV show, not, decades of comics and stuff like that. So the real comic lovers who know their lore and all that, they're never going to be happy. People like me who have really no idea outside of the big three sort of thing can watch these shows and not be bothered, because we have no idea what they've screwed up and what they've done wrong. And I just sort of wanted to talk about that for a second. But I'm going to go. This should have been a 2-minute video, not 5.